replacing coolers. I've been out, we've done a lot of riding around. What I've found is a lot of people trying to strap their coolers to their four-wheeler using straps, ropes. I've seen straps actually running across it, the top of it, which held it on there, but they had to unstrap it every time they wanted to open the thing up. I finally got my cooler in, and I knew I didn't want to have it looking like some people's. It looked like they had guy wires all over the place and going everywhere. I didn't want all that. I wanted it to look neat. So what I done, I went looking at shops. I looked online, and I couldn't find a ratcheting lashing strap that would do exactly what I wanted, so I made my own. And for about $3 you can make your own. And anyway, this is what I got, what I made. And what you want to do is you want to ratchet, but you don't want any hooks anywhere. And this is what you got to make. Very simple to do. I'll show you how. To hold this cooler down and not see a bunch of straps going everywhere, all you got to do is take this thing. Once you get it made, you go up underneath your rack here and come up, and what I do is I come up on this side over here, just run it through your little thing, run it back down, pull slack out, because what you don't want is a lot over here. You don't want this reaching up that far, so you want to get it kind of short, and then run it back under again, just like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come up through this side right here down to this strap. No hooks involved, one strap. This thing is not going to go anywhere when you get it done. Trust me, I've tried it. Put that little bit of excess, and by the way, I did cut off the excess that I didn't need. When you get done, you don't see no straps going off to the sides. You don't see a bunch of things, knots and this and that and everything else. And them ones that some other brand coolers makes, they use cam locks. The cam locks, I've seen people time and time again lose their coolers or fall off, or it's jumping all around because the cam locks, they just don't hold. Not when you're riding hard. They just don't work. This here, whoop. I could turn this thing over and it's not coming off. It works. It's great. It looks good. It's clean. Love it. And I got somebody that wants me to make them one. I'll show you how to do it too. Now, some of the things that you're going to need to make that strap, very simple. Just get you a strap that you got around the house or whatever. You might have in the back of your truck, whatever. Anyway, they're all going to have this right here. You got this hook on this side right here, which you got to get rid of. You got to get rid of that, and you also got to get rid of this hook right here, because you're going to run a shoulder bolt through this piece right here, which this is not very easy to cut. So you will need you a pair of bolt cutters or something that get rid of this. I tried a Sawzall. It didn't work. This is very, very hard. Believe it or not, for a cheap strap, this thing is just really, really tough. If you don't have any bolt cutters, you could probably go to your local hardware store while you're getting your shoulder bolt that you will need. But it's a 1/4 inch shoulder bolt that I picked up, and it was like $2.50, something like that. Very, you know, it's not very expensive, and it makes a nice strap to hold your cooler. But you're going to need that. You're going to need an old strap and some way to cut this right here off, and also you got to cut this right here off. There. Once you get that out, what you have is you have the strap minus the hook. That way you don't have to do anything. Next thing you want to do, take a pair of bolt cutters or something, anything, and you want to slide this up out of the way, and you want to cut this. Some of the heavy duty models, they have a bolt right there. If so, you're good to go. Just take the bolt out, then slide that through there. If not, you have to cut it, and you have to slide this out. Once you get that strap, then what you want to do is you want to cut that, which is holding this right here on there, unless it has a bolt. Actually, if it has a bolt, just take the bolt out and slide the new thing on. But what you do is just slide this over to the side, cut that little pin right there, slide this off. You don't need it, but I'd save it, because it might come in handy for something else. You just never know. anyhow, once you get that off, all you have is a ratchet here. And what you're going to do is that one where you cut the hook off on the other, the strap part of it, you're going to put that through here, like so. And because I want this to look somewhat decent, I'm going to make sure that I have this bottom facing down. That way, you know, it's just for aesthetic looks, I guess, if you're anal. Anyhow, I choose the shoulder bolt. That way this has got something that's not riding. You could actually lose a bolt if you want to, but then you're going to have the threads that this is going to ride on and tighten up on, and my threads might chew at that just enough. But if you use a shoulder bolt, it's smooth, so you know it's just going to slide around. It's not really going to hurt it. But once you get that on there, and this is actually a little bit long for this, but I can get another one from Ace and tighten it up, or just leave it as like it is. And then you just want to take an Allen wrench, tighten that bolt up. It ain't going anywhere. You're done. And I did use a lock nut, that way I don't have to worry about using any other kind of like lock washers or anything else. And I ain't got to worry about it coming loose or anything else. So there you go. You got a ratcheting strap here without any kind of hooks or anything like that. So now you got exactly what I had over there that we hooked up. So there you go. And you can use any strap. I happen to use these right here because I like the camo, and it's, you know, my four-wheeler's it look good. So anyway, that's how you do that. And I've looked, like I said, I've looked at all the Honda shops. I looked at ATV shops. I looked at Ace Hardware. I looked at Walmart, Harbor Freight. I looked everywhere. I could not find one of this type strap anywhere. So when you can't find something, you got to make it yourself. And this was an easy do. So have fun, enjoy. Don't let your cooler fall off with them damn cam buckles.